mother told me she wasn't too sure true love existed. Mom told me she was that guy, more than a lover. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Even in my younger years, tired of feeling lonely, eyes full of tears. Codependent deep inside this resentment. Yeah, you'll be my girlfriend and I'll ignore my fears. See, I've always been a hopeless romantic. You got a problem, let me fix it. I'm no mechanic, yeah. They say opposites attract. Seems like I attract attached, yeah. How to get free when I'm a stranger to me? You're my real, you're my real, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You're my real, you're my it's a friendship so devoted. One of my bones, all the mothers get demoted. You're my real, you're my Now after 12 years, we still got a problem. Remember everything in the first verse. We were ready for a takeoff. Heavy luggage, you took it from better to worse. Shared a problem with another, not highly suggested. It's like expecting a return when you never invested. No, even when I was younger, it's so hard to be single. What's the point of being married if I've chosen to mingle? I'll never do what my dad did to my mother, you to my mother. Like father, like a son that's asleep with another. Damn. But you can't, no you can't lose what's yours. Felt like someone else took my spot, now it's getting hot. I let a stranger in. Baby, do you hear me? Listen, my flesh, it's a friendship so devoted. One of my bones, all the mothers get demoted. You're my real, you're my
All right, what's up, y'all? This is Mr. Let Go, and thank y'all for pulling up. Everybody make sure to hit the like button. Tonight, we're about to talk about the 5 specific reasons why Black men and Black women cannot get along, literally to save their own lives. It's it's really sad. It's really sad out here. So, there's 2 different scenarios that I want to talk about. For those who don't know, there's a young lady named Real Talk with Yanni. She actually did a show today on her channel trying to boycott the Lapeef Let's Talk Lapeef network, right? So that was the first thing. And I did a show last night with some young ladies, and it was, what's the word? It was, everybody hit the like button. Thank you, Terica. It was literally meant to get Anton's attention, a couple of people from the Lapeef Network's attention, and to literally just, have spark dialogue, but I think it started off in the wrong way, but it ended up being positive. But altogether, the fact still remains: Black people can't get along with each other. It's like the men versus the women. So y'all hit the like button and let's get everything started. Okay, cool. All right. All right, so hold on, y'all. Let me do this. So we're gonna get started with hold on one second, y'all. Everybody get y'all on talk. I got videos to bring up. I did this on short notice, so I didn't have everything together, but we about to talk about this because, and let me know if in the comments if anybody actually seen that video. I'm about to send the video to my computer now. Let me know if anybody in the comments seen the vote that was done. 3907. Because it was, I went up on the show. Anton she went up the show, and it was an okay show, but you still can literally see the women hating the men and the men not hating the women, but because it wasn't the men actually who came up on the show. We actually were cordial, and we was like, yeah, and then we apologized but a lot of the women that came up, it was still the anger. So if you just look at the scenario and how everything just went down, it was still the women being so angry. And to a certain degree, I can understand why the women, were or are angry, because Anton be acting up, going off on the women and all that stuff. So I get it. And, I hold Anton accountable to the best of my ability. But altogether, it just seemed to be the same issue that just doesn't go away or seems to never go away, where women are just victimizing themselves off of everything men do. Not saying that men or we men are doing things perfectly right, but altogether it's like, how do how do the women want us to operate? Because altogether for me, I'm going to do what I do. I don't give a damn about what's going on. I'm just going to be myself, right? But when it comes to conversations like this, it's important to have a conversation and see how things go. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and I'm just going to pin it up at the top, and we're going to start with this video, and then we're going to go to the next video. So I got the video with Queen Sheba and the Yanni girl, but we're going to talk about something else first. All right, so let me pull the video up. We're going to talk about this video first, and then we're going to talk about Yanni. Because all together, it's the same issue.
Who else hurt you?
Okay, so right here, let me just let y'all know what's going on. So last night, I did a live with some women, and I'm on there. I'm on a panel with probably like 5-6 women, right? And it started off positive, but you already know how women are. So it's always some issue, and the women are just start arguing with you and trying to attack you or whatever. But okay, it's okay because, I'm used to it. But it's the same shit, right? So as the show went on, it was all these microaggressions coming from the women. So when you look at Lapeef, right? you could say the men are the aggressors, right? It's more men and men are over talking to women or whatever. So I wanted to be on a panel where it was just one man and a bunch of women and see how it went. And it went okay, but it was still the same microaggressions, right? So I'm going to show y'all what I mean right here. So we're going to go through this and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
So other than your mother, who else hurt you? Here we go. Because this is what's important, in my opinion, to conversation. The articulation of what you see. Like if I say, hey, I don't like what you said, I need to be able to articulate what you said or how I interpreted what you said. What you give off, right? What is that? What you give off is, like I told you, your tough exterior. I'm a man. I'm.
So right here, the woman is like, who hurt you? Who did this? You know, just same old dumb shit, right? That always comes up in these conversations. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's talk about it. And I'm like, can you articulate what you mean? Can you articulate how you feel? Can you articulate what I said? And of course, the woman starts stuttering, and I'm like, so you don't really have a point, do you? You just want to say some crazy shit. So this is just my first example of why can't black men and black women get along with each other? Because in this situation, the woman comes up and initially starts hitting you with this.
So other than your mother, who else hurt you?
You know? And I'm like, but this is the crap that men have to go through. Now, is it warranted? I don't know. I don't know who the hell this woman is, and I don't know her. But altogether, why this temperament? Like, why do you have this temperament? Why? Why? What is the purpose of having this temperament? Like, why are you just being bad of? Who hurt you? Do women ever get sick of saying stupid shit like that? Because it's almost like y'all go to the same school and y'all learn all this same crap from the same person or something. Like virtually every black woman says the same dumb shit. And I'm just confused on how, why, and what, and where. Like where? But all together, it's the same mess. So let's keep going.
Here we go. Because this is what's important, in my opinion, to conversation. The articulation of what you see. Like if I say, hey, I don't like what you said, I need to be able to articulate what you said or how I interpreted what you said. What you give off, right? What is that? What you give off is, like I told you, your tough exterior.
So she says, what I give off, my tough exterior. What? What? What I give off is my tough exterior. Lady, what are you talking about? And this is what I'm talking about. Like, what? What I give off is my tough exterior. I'm a freaking man. I'm a man, ma'am. Exactly. Thank you, Terica. Women don't listen, they interpret. And this is what I'm saying. And I'm giving her the floor. I'm letting her know, like, okay, Who hurt you? Let's go down this rabbit hole. Let's talk about it. And I'm like, so what do you mean? Your tough exterior. What do you want me to be, a woman? I'm a man. I'm
That's
not
fine.
changing that. Go ahead.
That's fine. I know you're a man.
Where you
Okay.
see that tough exterior at?
But what he said when he said certain things is.
Do y'all hear how childlike women sound when they're explaining their issue and their gripe? Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear how childlike she sounds when trying to explain her issue? And I'm not going to say it like because, you know, different women are different, but men, and we're not here to win arguments, but if you want to win an argument, if you want to, one thing you don't do is argue back with the woman. You just ask more questions. Because altogether, women don't know what the hell they're saying. They just love just blurting out stuff. Who hurt you? Da-da-da-da. You know, all this other stuff, right? So in this particular situation, this is, to a certain degree, meant to help some of you men know how to deal with women who just love to just babble about dumb shit. You simply ask the woman more questions. Take her down her own rabbit hole, and you're going to see she's going to sound like an idiot. So instead of, what are you talking about? I don't, nope, just like, oh, okay. So tell me more. And you hit a woman with tell me more, guess what's going to happen? Because women usually have the biggest problem communicating.
As far as in, it's really nothing for us here to do as women.
I never said that.
Basically, what are we here for?
So is this an interpretation of what you think I said?
This is an interpretation, because that's not what he was saying before.
Thank you.
Listen to this. Exterior at?
But what he said when he said certain things, as far as in, it's really nothing for us here to do as women.
I never said that.
But what he said when he said certain things, as far as in, it's really nothing for us here to do as women.
I never said that.
Basically, what are we here for?
So is this an interpretation of what you think I said?
This is an interpretation, because that's not what he was saying before.
Thank you.
What he was saying as far as specifically to protection, and that a lot of times when it comes to these conversations, when we're talking about men and women back and forth, we have a lot of this what-isms. Where do I need to be? What do I need to do?
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of jumping around like a chicken with their head cut off, and he's saying that more women need to sit down and listen and just say, okay, the men say, okay, this is what we need to do. This is the next steps. Not that they don't need us, not that they don't need us in our roles, but that we need to just sit down, relax, listen, and then.
And right here, I appreciate her. I keep forgetting her name. I keep forgetting her name, but shout out to her. Hold on, let me get her name, because she deserves her name is Dulcinea. So shout out to Dulcinea. She was holding me down in this video. Wait a minute. I get credit for your patience listening to her. That's what I'm saying. The thing about it is, when women are argumentative, and I'm about to get argumentative in a minute if y'all don't hit the damn like button. So hit the like button, and if not, I'm gonna start arguing with y'all. So can y'all please hit the like button? Thank you, Terica. We need about 80 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Because the thing about it is, y'all sitting there talking about how, well, we talk about how women are uncooperative. Y'all are uncooperative. Y'all won't hit the damn like button. So how about y'all do something different than the woman in the video by hitting the like button? So take a second right now, hit the like button, y'all. Okay. And of course, drop some color in this chat, support the channel, Cash App Aaron 1000, or drop a super chat. So y'all see what I'm saying? And I'm being patient with this woman, and I coach women, so I'm used to it. You know, I'm always patient with women, but all together, you get what I'm saying?
Their head cut off, and he's saying that more women need to sit down and listen and just say, okay, the men say, okay, this is what we need to do. This is the next steps. Not that they don't need us, not that they don't need us in our roles, but that we need to just sit down, relax, listen, and then we can effectively be in our roles.
So right here, I tell women the number one thing that men want women to do is to sit down somewhere. And women look at it as, oh, you're disrespectful. Oh, you're a narcissist. Why? Because if I was to ask a woman what she wants from me, and the number one thing she needs from me is to not do something, to get out of the way or not talk so much or whatever, would I turn around and call her a narcissist? Because this is a problem. Women want to feel so valued where they don't care that what they're doing isn't valuable. I'm going to say that again. Women are so caught up in wanting to be valued where they do so much unvaluable shit and then want us to appreciate them for doing these things that we didn't ask them to do, simply because they're spending so much energy trying to seek validation and being valued and appreciated. But the things that they're doing usually aren't the things that we want them to do. They just want to do it. So when it comes to us men telling y'all the thing that we mainly want y'all to do is sit down, it's officially, you're disrespectful, you're a narcissist, is officially that time to start throwing out insults. Because this is the actual issue. We men don't want y'all to do anything. We want y'all to sit y'all asses down somewhere and stop arguing and talking and all this other shit. Sit down. But now that's disrespectful because we men want women to sit down somewhere. This is the issue. And you want to know why black men and black women can't get along. Part of it is because y'all asses don't want to listen. And y'all wonder why I say women are children. Because the main thing we need from y'all is to sit down. But when we tell you to sit down, we're disrespecting you, and we're narcissists, and we hate women, and who hurt you, and your mama did this. Simply because we're giving you instructions that you don't want to take? How? Why? Why? Can anybody explain that? Why is men telling you to sit down, get out the way, and listen and take instructions? How is that disrespectful and narcissistic? I know, because you don't want to sit down. You want to run around doing stupid shit like a little child, right? And you want us to value and congratulate you for running around doing stupid shit that we didn't ask you to do. Shout out to Cookie. She said, I watched the whole show. They proved his point, his, me, and me. The whole damn show is pure comedy. Exactly. Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. It's embarrassing. So I want to switch and go to the Yanni, and we're gonna get back to this a little in a second. But I want to show you something. The same thing happened on this shit. Same thing.
I hear how much money, because you ain't giving none of the.
So right here, this is Yanni's show. Shout out to her. So she's playing a clip of the Lapeef Network, right? Somebody says, what does sit down mean? It means have a damn seat. What do you mean, what sit down mean? So right here, she's playing a clip from the Lapeef Network, right? So I want to show y'all the same thing here as the other clip is going on. So watch this clip and pay attention to Queen Sheba jumping in, acting a damn fool. Watch this.
I don't want to hear how much money, because you ain't giving none of the money back that you made off of all of the OnlyFans content that you put out.
And hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and drop a super chat. Cash App is Aaron 1000. Support the channel.
You ain't not being in the public eye anymore and starting to, live your life a little bit differently. Let's just call it what it is. It's a rebrand. Now,
of course, he's not talking to anybody on the panel. He's talking about Black China. So he's just simply talking. All right. Shout out to Willie Nicholson. Appreciate you for the Cash App. Super chat. Appreciate you.
So does that apply to women only? Because that seems very.
Listen.
Yeah,
it's just about her.
This is
my second thing, Stefan.
This is the typical response from a woman. They always want to make it about gender.
No, I'm asking a question. Just for.
I wasn't done talking.
I actually came in. I wasn't done talking,
man. I'm sorry, man. Darling. I wasn't done.
Okay, right here. All this talk about Anton, right? Anton is terrible. And yes, Anton be saying crazy shit, right? But we as men do what we can to hold the men that we're around accountable, right? So I've gotten on the phone. We all just like, yo, we got to do better. Like, I got to do better. Anton got to do better. JR got to do better. Different people got to do better, right? Nothing wrong with that. So Anton comes on, and he ain't even on the show no more. He just popped on to jump in, right? And the second he jumps on, here goes Sheba jumping in and running her damn mouth. Like, damn. Let the man finish. But is he being disrespectful? Put a 1 in the chat if Anton is being disrespectful right here.
No, I'm asking.
Well, let's say put a 1 in the chat if he's being disrespectful. Put a 2 in the chat if he's not being disrespectful. Listen.
Question, just for clarification.
I wasn't done talking.
I actually came in. I wasn't done talking,
man. I'm sorry, man. Darling. I wasn't done.
Sweetheart.
I wasn't done talking, darling.
I'm just asking you because you came in and disrupted the flow. Y'all switched. We didn't know what was going on.
Because you don't know if I'm already going to answer the question before you
I'm just asking for clarification.
Well, you can't ask a question before I finish cooking. You might like the meal that I give you before I'm done.
You came in and did the same thing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Give me a second.
My inability to control.
So do you see how annoying this is, y'all? Do y'all see how blatantly annoying this is? This is our women. This is the shit we got to deal with, okay? This isn't Anton. This is her. Sheba, right? Shout out to Sheba. This ain't against Sheba. I'm just making a point about how women always demonize us for something, but half the time they doing either the same shit or as much shit as we doing. We all got to do better. So this ain't about Sheba. I'm just making an example because the second Yanni comes on, she's going to turn around and go off on Anton after her playing this video on her show. So she plays this video and then she gets on with Anton and starts going off on Anton about him disrespecting her. What? Listen to shit.
Trump, have you ever heard?
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. I'm gonna have to go to a commercial if y'all don't hit the damn like button. So one more time, take a second right now and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to Ellen Harding, talking about she needs a boyfriend. Okay.
To be able to control yourself. Sorry, Mr. Let Go. I got it. Let me cook. Your inability to be able to control yourself when a man.
No, your inability.
While
because you come in ruling with. We know it's. Why?
Okay, y'all see that, right? So now here goes Yanni talking to Anton. This is at least about 15 seconds after hearing all of this from Sheba. Now listen to what she says to Anton.
Why is it when it comes to these panels that you're on, you act like this towards women? You have a daughter, you have a wife. Would you want someone speaking to them like this?
Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? 15 seconds before Anton comes on, she's watching this.
You can't
ask me something without getting the full context of what I was going to say. Because you don't know if I'm already going to answer the question before you.
And then she comes back.
Give me a second.
You have a daughter, you have a wife. Would you want someone speaking to them like this?
What? Huh? What? What am I missing? This is what I'm saying, y'all. If we're going to get somewhere, we gotta stop lying. We gotta stop lying. It's like the link is in the chat, Jacquees. You got to show your face. Oh, you on Facebook. Jacquees, you got to come over to YouTube. Go on a YouTube app. Come on YouTube, and there's a link at the top where you can jump in and pull up if you want to. So this is the problem right here. Y'all be lying. So y'all sit around and victimize yourselves. Oh my God, you men, these men, they're doing this and they're doing that to us. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But you blatantly ignore what's actually going on right in front of you, where the woman is the problem. And I'm not saying Sheba is the problem. She was just a problem, and she did apologize for being a problem at that particular point. I think she came back and apologized. So this is not about Sheba. This is the reluctance for our women to just sit down somewhere and just listen. It's just a blatant victimization. Listen to shit.
Your inability to be able to control yourself when a man.
No, your inability.
While
because you come in ruling with. We know it's.
Why is it when it comes to these panels that you're on, you act like this towards women. You have a daughter, you have a wife. Would you want someone speaking to them like this?
What did I say that was disrespectful to the clip that you just said?
This clip, there are so many other panels. There are so.
But you just played this clip. You just played this clip. Now you want to say so many other panels, which I agree with her on. But what? So this is what's actually going on. Just real quick. This is what's actually going on. There has been changes made to Lil Peep Let's Talk. Okay? Anton pulled away from the show. Even JR pulled away from the show. Just made some changes, right? Because of all the stuff that been going on and I was under the weather, I took Thursday off. I was like, I ain't coming on. So it was a lot of different changes, right? But now it's still, hell no, we must go. We gotta, you know, what the hell? It's just what? All right, so we got the crew coming up. So let me get everybody up here. Hey. So I want to talk to y'all for a second. I see a couple of y'all in the back. I'm gonna bring y'all up in a second. So all together, Shane, I don't know if you've seen the show, but Fantasy Island Girl, you've seen the show. You was on there. And the first thing I want to say, Fantasy Island Girl, is I want to apologize to you for going off on you, calling you the feds, calling you the ops. It was somewhat humor, and it was somewhat like, who is this woman? You know what I'm saying? But it was all in fun, but I was a little harsh, you know what I'm saying? So I want to apologize to you.
It's funny when that you defend someone.
Excuse me. Wait, I want to say I accept your apology. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, I have no more smoke for you. That's what I wanted to say when I came up here. I felt like you disrespected me, and I had nothing but respect for you before I came up there. But it's water under the bridge now. I appreciate that, and I'll go back to the chat and mind my business.
Well, no, stay up for a second. Stay up for a second. Okay. Hang out. Yeah. So,
say something. Can I just say something? What's up, MLG? Do you know you saw me try to root for this girl to the right, or is she to the left or whatever? To the right. So you saw me try to root for her and try to defend her because I saw another content creator go unwarrantedly, and then only for her to pull up on another show, you know, Miss Clout Chase, for her to pull up on another show to be talking bad about me.
Whoa! Wait, what's going on? Wait.
And that is why.
What? First of all,
what's going on? Wait.
I'm sorry. I did not know you had smoke for me. Honestly, I really didn't know. What happened?
I don't have smoke for you. This isn't smoke. You should see my smoke. This isn't smoke.
Okay, so what is the problem?
Hold on 1 second. Let Shane, hold on 1 second.
Like I'm catching strays.
So Fantasy Island Girl, I apologize, but I had smoke. I was just like, yo, what the hell? Because you were talking crazy that night. But, you know, it was okay. You have the right, you know what I'm saying? So I somewhat had a little issues with what you were saying that night. I don't care for Tommy Sotomayor, but he said he had a problem with you on another show. And now Lady Shan is saying she had...
I tried to defend her. I tried to absolutely, and you knew it because I was messaging you, MLG. I was like, get this guy off the show because I saw how disrespectful he was with Fantasy.
But what about her though? You said something about her.
Yeah. So I was absolutely fighting her corner, right? Because I was like, this guy's a disgrace. All right, then you pulled a stupid joke about, you know, the blue lipstick, whatever. Only for her to then go on another show and her to be her and a few other girls. With Tommy, straight after the show. I was like, this girl's a fraud.
I'm not a fraud. I was on his show before I was on your show. So I didn't know you. I knew him already from a prior experience.
I saw your exception. Yeah. I saw
So that's what I'm saying. So I came to you after, and I didn't really know you that well. So I went back to chill with him. He was talking about the situation. I thought it was pretty funny.
So think about this, Fanny. Hold on. Lady Shan, hold on. Lady Shan, hold on. So
I'm just trying to help you understand. Like, it was no beef. Like, I don't have beef with you or anything. I was just saying.
I'm a vegetarian. There's never any beef.
Yeah, so there's no beef for me.
Fantasy Island girl, I want you to think about this. So just like how I didn't know you, and you came up there talking smack, you didn't know Lady Shan, and you was on the other show talking mess, right?
No, that's not what happened. There's a clip of what happened on Lapeef, and I just rewatched it again. It's only 8 minutes, but I was talking to Tommy, and you started jumping in immediately all over what we're trying to talk about.
Who, me
Mr.
or her?
Let Go. You.
Okay.
You. And
What'd
you exacerbated this issue by not minding your business, to be honest. And that's what I was coming up here to tell you. But when you started with the apology, I was like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, but that's what happened. So if you rewatch it, that's what started to make things go across the rails. You can't just talk over people, especially when he's coming to argue with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was already irritated. And then you helping him it was on a different panel, but you helping him on this panel was like,
you got to understand, I don't be on panels except for that, because I don't be all this other panel stuff, right? So I don't be knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes there's microaggressions going on and other people don't know. Like going back to what Yanni is saying about Anton, right? Anton is fully.
You smoothly just gone past what I just said.
Oh no, but Lady Shan, I have no problem with you, and I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to be like a bitch to you or anything.
No, okay,
I just was laughing because I thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, MLG.
So y'all good?
No,
you can't tell. No.
No.
What is the problem? What is the problem for real?
There's no problem. I was waiting to address you and look at it, how the Most High makes it happen. I was like, I'm going to get her at some point in time and I'm going to see her. And now I've got you. She got nothing to say. She's a fraud. I tried to defend her. I didn't know who she was. Except for previously 2 weeks before, I saw her. She's been on every panel that God can send.
Get us to get along. So I don't know.
I don't understand why I'm a fraud. I'm so confused.
I tried to defend her, but what it taught me was to mind my motherfucking business.
Whoa! Try not to cuss.
That's what I do. Mind my business, and when someone falls into the pits of the fire, watch them burn up themselves. Because that's why I'm a girl's girl. I like camaraderie. Obviously, she doesn't. And when she thought I wasn't looking, she went on another show and she was laughing and ridiculing me. And then guess what happened? The tides turned on the same show. They all started to get at her, calling her a whore, a slut, basically about, because she's always got her tits out.
Okay,
she was out.
Hold on. Stop. Let me say something. Let me say something.
Let me just finish. When it was on me, it was funny. And then when the tide changed on her, she was like, "Why are y'all doing this to me?" But that's what happens when you're fake and a fraud. But anyway,
I'm not a fake and I'm not a fraud. I don't know you.
I want to ask a question.
Excuse me. I don't know you. When they're up here, wait a minute. When they're up here having these arguments with people, people are laughing. Do you think people aren't laughing? Do you think people aren't in the chat laughing right now? What is the difference?
You was participating.
What is the difference? I'm laughing on the panel because I'm right here.
Wait.
Now I have smoke because you're being fake as fuck. Don't come to me. First of all, when we have issues on other panels with other people, that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with.
I'm about to mute y'all. I need y'all to stop for a second. Look.
Light work.
Tommy even said that you were a fraud or something, Fantasy Island girl. Something, and like, I don't know you. I just apologize to you, okay? I protect the women that be on the panel. Like I protect Lady Shan. So if I don't know you, I'm not going to protect you because of this. Sometimes people come up on a panel ready to go at Anton, ready to go at me, ready to go at different people. And I'm not going to protect somebody that I don't know because I'm going to get stuck in some stuff because I don't know what's going on, right? But the women that I'm cool with, I do protect. So this is what I was saying on the show with Yanni. I said I protect the women that I'm cool with. And she was like, I wish I would have had that clip too. But she was like, but why don't you protect all women? I'm like, that isn't, no man is dumb enough to do that. So with all that being said, because Anton is in the chat and he said something about the same thing. Fantasy Island girl, what is going on with the sentiment that you are the ops? Me, Tommy,
what is the sentiment?
Lady Shan, Anton, I don't know you. I don't know.
She is.
I address specific things I have a problem with. When I came up here, before I can even tell you what I had a problem with, you started apologizing. So I moved on. But the same thing happened with Tommy. He came on. He said something about another issue that was going on with Pearl. And I said, look, you are a hypocrite right now. You go out of your way to call women names, and you call me names, talk about my kids, talk about all this other stuff on your show just because you're mad about a disagreement on a show. Not because on a point. Not because I disrespected him. Not because I talked about his kids. Nothing like that.
Tommy?
Huh?
Tommy, right?
Tommy. So when he's saying, oh, I'm the op.
I don't know the dude. Let me say this. I
you
don't
brought
know
his
the
name
dude.
up. That's why I'm mentioning
Listen. I don't know the dude, okay? He started coming up on the panel and people like Tommy Sotomayor. I was like, oh, this is a dude I've seen in this video that. So I don't know the dude, all right? Just found out he's in Atlanta. I don't know the dude. We DM'd. I don't know the dude, all right? But I don't necessarily care for the dude because of the same thing that you're saying. He's kissing Pearly ass and then calling black women Six Goddess and Danica black bees and all this other stuff. So I see the same thing. So I am not on Tommy's side, and probably you too. So it sounds like this dude may be bipolar or something, because one time he's like super articulate and I want to talk to y'all about this and that. And next thing you know, so I don't know the dude, and I'm not gonna pass judgment on him. I don't know him. So I don't care for the dude, but I don't know him. So with all that,
I'm in the same boat with him. I just met all of you a month ago. It's been a month that I've known y'all.
MLG. So I clocked the play.
But people are saying they don't trust you, Fantasy Island girl.
Because I'm new. At the end of the day, I know y'all don't know me, but this is who I am. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to say it. If I don't, and I'm just laughing at something, I'm not going to think we have beef. That's so weird. We laugh at people on panels all day long, right, Mr. Let Go? When people bring up random people in the thank you. So why are you being so fake right now?
MLG, it was above and beyond. It was just take my. I will show you the footage.
Please show me. Please show it to me.
I will show you nothing a day in my life. I'm talking to Mr. MLG. I'm talking to MLG.
But you have so much issues with me. You have all this smoke for me. You got all this shit to say about me. I'm in your face. Why not? Why not address it?
Wait.
That's so fake.
I did this show. Stop. I did this show in order to get a better understanding on why we can't get along.
Oh, because of girls like this.
I want to give y'all the floor one woman at a time. Why do you think it's so difficult for any of us to freaking get along? Lady Shannon, you go first. What do you think? All of us just beefing. Why? You and her just what? Why?
I just take people at how I'm a mirror. How people present themselves to myself, I give it back. If you're respectful, I am respectful. I've been from Panama. I've been on different. I'm not even from the world of the manosphere, as you know. I'm from the sport.
And I'm not either. Right.
Yeah, right. So what I do is I just observe. So if I see, I'm a people's person. If I see someone being unfairly dealt with, which I saw Fantasy Island getting unfairly dealt with, I decided that guy This piece of shit. So I tried to tell you. I think we don't get on because I don't know, women, men. I've got no
what
problem.
does she do? What does she do? Because
What
like
does she do?
because hold on. Remember, I said in the video,
Yeah.
when I ask a woman what is the actual problem, they don't know how to articulate the actual problem. So don't be like the woman in the video that I was just talking about. So I'm going to ask you, what is the problem that you have with Fantasy Island Girl?
She's fake. And
Why?
she's a clout chaser.
Why?
Because basically I observe. So what I do, I observed her on different panels, and she's gone on from panel to panel to try and source her way from. And she says one thing on one panel, another thing on one panel. But one thing that does happen whatever panel she does go on, that she's on, she creates trouble and she gets cussed out. And that's a fact. And I could name a few people, but they're not here. But that's a fact. And after the show, MLG, I will have a discussion with you.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is it the same way Sheba does? Because Sheba is cool, but we all know Sheba be starting shit on purpose. She'll sit here and say, "Oh, I'm a nice person," and then she turns around and like, you know, starts shit or whatever. So I'm just trying to get an understanding.
What I do. Tell him what I do to cause people to curse me out. Tell him what I do.
This is it. Look.
Hold on. I want to play the video so y'all can get an understanding.
If you want me to say what I do, I can do that.
Hold on, y'all. I just want to give y'all an understanding of what Sheba be doing. This is an example. Because like I said, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So this is what Sheba be doing.
Is this a rebrand?
Look at me right there.
So does that only? Because that seems very.
Listen.
Yeah, it's just about her.
This is
my second thing, Stefan.
This is the typical response from a woman. They always want to make.
No, I'm asking a question just for clarification.
I wasn't done talking.
Actually came in.
I'm sorry, man. Darling. I wasn't done,
sweetheart.
I wasn't done talking, darling.
I'm just asking you because you came in and disrupted the flow. Y'all switched. We didn't know what was going on. We
Because you don't know if I'm already going to answer your question before you pose it. I'm just asking for.
Okay, something I want y'all to pay attention to. She's super like screwing up the whole panel, right? Like she's super disruptive, right? But at the same time, she's like, but I'm just asking, but I didn't do anything. But do y'all see that? She's literally disrupting the panel, but at the same time, she's like, what are you saying? I didn't do anything. Blah, 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 blah. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
My question, this is not against Sheba.
Yeah,
is this what Fantasy Island Girl be doing? Lady Shan.
And before we say that, in this very clip, I was disagreeing with Anton at the same time as Queen Sheba. I was disagreeing with Anton at the same time as Queen Sheba. You saw my reaction and you saw that reaction. You saw how that blew up and you saw how I reacted with Anton. So
can you stop talking? Go ahead, Fantasy Island Girl.
That's my name.
In this clip that he just showed you, I was disagreeing with Anton also. But you saw how I reacted to Anton, and you saw how I reacted.
Fantasy Island Girl, that's not the question right now. We'll get to that. Lady Shan, is this the type of thing that you have a problem with, Fantasy Island Girl? Is she like Sheba? I'm just trying to get an understanding.
No, shouts out to Sheba because Sheba realized, and I did say
Sheba, but is she this virgin disruptor person?
No, Sheba's sensible. She can do things off rip and she's a bit passionate, but she is intelligent.
The Sheba approach. I like Sheba.
No, because Sheba absolutely said sorry. She said to Anton she was sorry and she realized
you're not understanding what my question is. Is she this?
I know what you're
stop
saying.
for a second. Stop. Is she this virgin disruptor person who's disrupting the panel, but at the same time got the halo on her head like, I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about? That's what I see Sheba as. Yeah. She's this virgin disruptor.
Yeah.
She's this innocent disruptor person. So,
she plays innocent. Yeah, she's not.
Gotcha. So, Fantasy Island Girl, do you think, because I don't know, I'm trying to get all of us to get along, okay? I just want to know, could this, because you said you're new to YouTube or something, could this be something that you're doing over and over again that is messing with people?
No. In these
Okay.
situations, we're on panels and everybody is asked to give their opinion, right or wrong. I give my opinion, and before I can give my opinion, before I can finish saying what I'm trying to say, I get this. And when I'm trying to fend it off by, hey, wait, let me just finish what I'm trying to say, it's, no, well, let me just say this. No, well, let me just say this. And most of the time, I'm on these panels with men. So I understand I have to yield to them. You're not going to hear my voice louder than these men. So I have to wait for this to go on for me to come back to my point, and it's distracting. And this, I understand what she's saying. It seems like, oh, she's disruptive because she won't just let it go, forget about it, blah,
and then
blah,
plays
blah.
nice.
But if I'm here on the panel, but if I'm here on the panel looking cute, my girl's out, my face cute, I'm not here to not say anything. I want to say what I have to say also. I was invited here also, just like everyone else. So it is frustrating when I'm trying to speak and I'm getting this the whole time. It's like, okay, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to argue about? What is the problem?
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to have no issues with anyone in the space. I'm
My
always with
question is
all
this.
these people that I get in arguments with. I'm always in the same spaces with them. They laughing with me the next day.
Let me ask you a question, Fanny Island girl. I'm gonna ask both of y'all. How can I be better protecting y'all or anything else? How can I be better from y'all's opinion from everything that I do and everything y'all see with me?
You listen. I'm good. I do my own research and I know who I mess with and who I don't. If you can protect whoever you want, I'm just not on her. I know what I know. I'm just not on her, and it doesn't matter. There's no need to be
I'm
hating.
not talking about her. We're talking about me now.
Don't protect who you want, babes. It's up to you.
I'm saying.
So
I'm
I
just
think
asking a question. How can I be better as whatever, was it protecting y'all or whatever when we on panels? What can I do better to make y'all feel safer?
Okay. So Fantasy Island Girl does have a point. You do talk over. You spoke all over her that day, and and she was invited on the panel like everybody else. So you should give her her chance to speak because you're no more important than than you. So that's what you need to do. Listen. So when if the female's invited, listen, don't just berate and try shoot down. She may have a difference of opinion. I may have a difference of opinion. That's not the problem. But those are the things that you need to do. Just sometimes fall back just a bit. And oh, good. When you fall, I fall back. You say, yeah, fall back, Shan. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Shan, you fall back 20 minutes later. I'd be
you
about
tell
to
me
cuss you out.
Back.
Huh?
You told me to fall back. I fall back. Stop.
Whatever. Well, so can you stop when I say stop from now on, Shane?
Okay. Deal. Did you eat the Uber? Did you eat the Uber Eats?
Wait, what?
Did you do Uber Eats in Chi-Town? Yes or no?
No. Well, I hung out in Chi-Town.
Okay.
I was in the streets.
All right, deal. I remember the deal. All right, deal.
Yeah. And didn't get shot. So yeah, I was out in the streets. Yeah. So Fantasy Island Girl, how can I be better? And what do you see within yourself that you can be better? Because you be pissing people off, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm new. So I know I'm kind of annoying because I always have an opinion, but I'm new. I'm working on it. So I think I can work on cutting people off. I try to mute to remember people can hear you. So I try to mute, but I be forgetting sometimes because I get excited. And I'm trying to remain calm when I feel like I'm being attacked, but I'm kind of sucking at that right now, but I'm gonna be real good by the end of the year, you guys. And then
she said by the end of the year. Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real good. Real good.
Why not?
I'm giving myself realistic expectations. And then I'm gonna try to make sure that I speak less candidly about things. I don't know. You guys, I give it to
Meaning
you as
what?
candidly as possible so you understand. But if that's a
Meaning
problem, I'll
what?
try to work on my delivery.
Meaning what? Less candidly. What do you mean exactly? What has
So I say exactly what I'm thinking and exactly what I'm feeling so people don't misunderstand me, right? But then people end up misunderstanding me anyway. So then I have to re-explain it in a way where other people can understand it. So then it gets really murky.
Okay. Because I think one of the issues that me and you had, and just to remind me, because I don't remember, I was calling you the ops. I was like, see, she's a damn problem. Get her out of here. And I don't usually get that turned up. I don't necessarily remember
I haven't
why.
seen it.
But you had me like super mad, and it was about rap or something. Like it was like
it was about the sales. I know, it's so irritating.
A narrative.
Sweeney looked it up. He was like, "She's right." And y'all were like, "No,"
men or something. I think it was some man blank something.
No, it's not blaming men. I wasn't trying to do that. I'm sorry.
With the highest
consumers, the consumers. So I said consumers, and they were like, they buy the more, and I was like, it doesn't matter. I said consumer
and
anyway.
Then we proved it.
It was white people, but she said. And it was black people that were the highest listeners. So she tried to move the goalpost and say, see, I told you it was that.
No, I said consumer from the beginning. And then they said consumer means buy. But consumer doesn't mean buy. Consumer means to consume. You listen, you're consuming. So when I said that, I chose those words purposefully. So then when they started arguing with me about it, I was like, I already know I'm right. So why are we arguing about this? They made me look it up and everything. So I looked it up and I was like, okay, I'm right. Then Sweeney looked it up and everything. He was like, she is right, you guys. So I was like, why are we arguing about this?
So that's why I apologize, because I do not realize what I do not understand. I don't remember what it was, why I was so turned up on you, because I'm not usually like that. So I do apologize.
But I wouldn't let it go. I was so mad. I was like, you guys, you made me stop to look it up. Why? Just to like, no.
I want to say this. DMV boss lady said, happy Yanni opened the discussion. Yeah, so shout out to Real Talk with Yanni. Actually, she was a little divisive, but overall, like she brought this whole conversation to a head. And she had me up, she had Anton up, she had JR up, she had guys up. So women like that, pro-women type of women usually just get only women up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, these men. So shout out to Yanni, because she did have the men up. But when she got B. Taylor and damn who else she had up there? And I think it was who did she have up at the same time? It was B. Taylor and forget it. B. Taylor said, yeah, Mr. Lego did this. I'm like, see, this is shit I'm talking about. So yeah, I was just like, all right, I don't mess with B. Taylor, because she the feds, you know, and it's the damn problem. Like you make an attempt to protect a woman, because Shan, you know, I'd be like, chill, stop talking, and all this other stuff, right? It's not disrespectful. I'm trying to protect you. Am I right?
Yeah, you are, because you just want it to shut down so you can just take over and wrap it up in a bow.
Let me take up for you, right? So B. Taylor comes on her divisive ass. She wants to be a victim in every damn environment, right? Now, me and B. Taylor done talked in the DMs. Let's do a show together. Yeah. She goes up. Oh yeah, Miss Let Go is trash. I'm like, yo. So I don't mess with B. Taylor no more. But all together, sometimes women get divisive and start trying to overly victimize themselves in order to make us look like we terrible. Even when we come up and apologize and try to give y'all grace, no matter what, it's still a damn problem. So when it comes to us as men, we aren't perfect, right? But we take strides to do better. Now here y'all ass go, he's that. and just turn back into victims and shit. And then we just like, you know what? And it makes y'all seem to be very untrustworthy. It's almost like dating a woman and then she turned, he argued me and he touched me. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, but it's the same type of victimization nature. Like, we can't trust these damn women. So why do y'all think women do this disgusting, divisive shit? The second they get some attention, it's like they turn on you. Like, why do y'all think women do this?
I have no clue. That's not how I rock. Like, I'm big on loyalty. It's a part of my star sign, whether you believe it or not, Virgo. I'm integral. I have a lot of integrity. I can hear shit. I've been on platforms hearing loads of shit, and it's just like, in the end, I just realized it may not be the place for me. So I just like remove myself, you know, like the chatty patty platforms where it's just, there's no solutions. It's just everybody just, so I'm really not trying to, I'm not like that anyway. And I like rocking around with the good ladies, and I like rocking around with good men that are men. And I'm from a scene that's dominated by men. So I'm cool to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So not me.
Hold on real quick. Dulcinea, I hope I got your name right. Dulcinea, hit the link and because she was on a show I did last night and she was super dope. So Dulcinea, if you want to come up, important conversation with Dulcinea. If you want to come up, hit the link. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. So Fantasy Island Girl, why do you think women do this bullshit? Because it makes women like the most untrustworthy. I would rather a woman cheat on me than turn around and victimize herself after us having a conversation. Everything's all cool, because at the end of the day, that can put a dude in jail. The victimization is I would rather a woman cheat on me than act like a victim in front of other people when a dude ain't even did nothing. That part is dangerous. But what do you think, Fantasy Island Girl?
I agree with you. It is dangerous. And I think women do it because they feel like even though you had to talk about it, they didn't really get over it. They just tried to let it go. So then the next time they get a chance to address it, they're still addressing it because for whatever reason, they haven't gotten past it. I don't think that's
we was
okay
in the DM
because
talking about doing a show together, and then she goes on the show, start going crazy. So what about stuff like that?
The topic was about them, and y'all's situation was getting brought up a lot. So
yeah,
because it was about y'all network. So it's not like she's trying to re-victimize herself, but she obviously has the license to speak on what she experienced with you when that's the subject, right? Or no?
Why she ain't hit me with that energy in the DM?
Because that was that the subject where y'all were like, oh, how can I be better? And how do you feel I disrespected you?
So think about this. Think about this. The reason why I DM B Taylor, and we don't DM each other before. We, it's normal, right? So she was on the Yancey Girls show. And she's like, yes, this, blah, 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 right? And I empathize with her because I do be looking at Anton like, bro, what is you doing, right? So I get it. But the problem with B Taylor in particular, and you sometimes where maybe, you know what I'm saying, and freaking Queen Sheba, y'all will do this little divisive dance and then turn around like, well, I ain't do nothing, and it's divisive, right? So me and B Taylor, I'm like, yo, B Taylor, I can understand your point. Let's do a show about this and that, single motherhood, So if she had smoke for me, she could have said it in the damn DM. We were talking about Yanni's show. She did a show a couple days ago and then turned around and did a show. So we talk about the same thing. Lapeef Network getting disrespected and Yanni, right? And then we in the DM. Okay, no problem. Everything's cool. And then she gets on the show. No, I want to call Cap. Mr. Let Go don't be trying to protect nobody. Lady Shan, don't I be telling y'all to be quiet?
Yeah. all the time.
It's not disrespectful. I'd be like, chill. In the video that I just played, I'm telling what's the name to chill?
And me.
You know what I'm saying? I do the same thing with B. Taylor. Hey, calm down. Stop. Because they turn up. Blah, 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 blah. You know, so just so the audience to get an understanding, I just want to play it again. Right here. I'm doing the same thing in this video.
I'm just asking you because you came in and disrupted the flow. Y'all switched. You didn't know what was going on.
Because you don't know I'm already going to answer the question before you.
Y'all hear me?
Well, you can't ask a question before I finish cooking. You might like the meal that I give you before I'm done. I'm sorry, ma'am. Give me a second.
My inability to control. Have you ever
your inability to be able to control your I'm sorry, Mr. Let Go. I got it. Let me cook.
You see that? No, Mr. Let Go. I got it. Let me cook. Because I'm telling Sheba to shut up. She was in the wrong. Lady Shane be in the wrong. I'd be like, shut up. You're disrupting the damn show. Stop. Right? So I do the same thing to the women that I feel the want to protect, right?
You do it to men.
But do you have to say shut up to them?
Yeah, you have to say shut up. Yeah, okay, be quiet.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Hold on. I say stop.
He says
chill out, calm down, stand down.
Yeah, you do.
And it gets to shut up.
Shut up. Okay, well then let me shut up and mind my business. Let me shut up.
Am I right, Lady Shane?
Yeah, it's usually stop. He says stop first.
Stop.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Chill out, stand down. And then it ends up getting to shut up because I get on the show and tell the niggas to shut up. Everybody shut up. Okay? So not just women. When it gets to everybody shut up. Right? So it's not me being a narcissist and you know what I'm saying? So she gets on the damn show. Oh, I gotta call Cap. No, Mr. Let Go is disrespectful. He told me to shut up. I tell all y'all to shut up. Because y'all don't know how to shut up. So
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to pile on, but you were the subject. And I was like, I haven't talked to you since. And I thought you were gonna come back on Thursday and you didn't come back. So I was like, oh, it was an opportunity. I'm so sorry though. Thinking back on it, it is kind of a pile on. But being a part of it, I didn't feel like that. I was like, wait a minute. I want to address my issue when I have a chance because I haven't seen him since. And I guess everyone probably feels the same way. Like, but it's probably not the best time to do it when everybody else is doing it. So we should do better.
Do y'all
see I'm sorry.
how y'all act like children? And when an authority figure tells y'all to sit down somewhere, now the authority figure is a narcissist.
No, we can't accept the children thing. Do you like women? Yeah, you attracted to women? Yeah, MLG.
Yes,
you are. Aren't you? So if we're like women, if we're like children, what are you trying to say?
Y'all act like children. What are you talking about?
No. That doesn't sound good. If you say women,
because we don't.
Childlike, that means, and you're attracted to women. Are you attracted to childlike behavior then?
No, I want the childlike behavior to go away, but it won't go away. So hold on a second, because this is another example. So how do you pronounce your name? Dulcinea, is that right?
Dulcinea.
Okay, sorry about that. So speaking of childlike behavior, what do you think about the childlike behavior that was going on the show me and you did? Hold on. So I'm going to show y'all a little bit right here. This is the show we was on right here, y'all.
That's what I got from things. Other than your mother, who else hurt you?
Here we go. Because this is what's important. So it was like stuff like that, right? So what do you think about the childlike behavior that women seem to never be able to see? And how do you think we can get along better, even though is this childlike behavior crap going on with our women?
I think there is an immaturity. I don't know if I would call it childlike behavior because, you know, when you're talking to adults and you say childlike behavior, that's automatically, it's kind of like saying calm down to someone that's freaking out. They're going to freak out more rather than calm down.
So what do I do and say instead of calm down?
I would say that maybe using immature, because it is an immaturity to be like, okay, first, I felt like express whatever you're feeling. If you say someone is acting like they're hurt from past experience, and then you need to be able to explain that phrase, like who hurt you. Guys would use that phrase with me too, and I didn't really like that. Like it's not genuine. It doesn't seem like you really want to know who hurt me or why I'm this way. It's more so you just want to be combative.
Right.
But I would point those portions out. But I think with women especially, like it's a different thing. I don't know. You're going to say that that's why they're children, but it's definitely just worse calling women children than it is a man. A man is going to be like, well, why do you think that or anything? But a woman is going to go straight into you're misogynistic. Why would you call us children?
You're a narcissist. Yeah.
You're a narcissist. Yeah, different things like that. And it's just because that just doesn't sit well with us because it is. Why would we want to be called a child?
Stop acting like children then. I'm just saying, like, what the hell?
A lot
Not
of people
you,
are
but
immature though. You know, a lot of people can be immature past their age. And there is those things with trauma, childhood trauma that people don't get over that ends up keeping them in that childhood mind frame or still like childlike.
okay. So first of all, I just gotta say this because I agree with them. Somebody said this right here. Lady Shan looks like the better version of Tiffany from Love in New York. Lady Shan, you are
First of all, don't come for New York. I love her. Don't be like that. But you do look beautiful.
I'm just saying, Lady Shan is kicking New York's ass. Just how she she looking good. So I just want to concur with that comment. All y'all looking good. All y'all looking good.
I hear that a lot about I look like I am that
New York.
New York.
Do you think I look like Kayla? Do you know her?
Yeah.
Kayla.com.
No, I've seen her.
Hold on.
Do you think I look like her?
No.
People keep saying
y'all
that.
don't really favor each other.
Someone else that you look like, but I can't think of who it is.
There's someone that
when you think about it, let me know.
Familiar with.
All three of y'all are like super pretty. I only have pretty women up on my show, so that's one thing. But
of course we agree.
But I'll say that's a good thing for you. You're so charming. You're way like even the girls. I think they were planning on coming at you harder, but then you, like she said, you would swim out of it. You would just say something, make them all laugh, and then it was good. I was like, oh, thank you.
But that's my whole thing. Like, I understood that the women were out to get me. It's just normal, right? Because women aren't necessarily used to a dude like me. Women are used to these punk, mama's boy, whiny dudes who are literally afraid of women. And I ain't afraid of y'all asses. And women, black women, literally are not accustomed to men that are not afraid of them, which is weird and sad and means most black men are trash because what kind of man is afraid of black women? I don't know, but it is what it is. So, yeah. So
like men like that.
I wanted to do this show to get to the bottom of how we can get along with each other better. You know what I mean? So, and Dulcinea, she said something that she seen last night. What would you explain? How would you explain me swimming through all of the bullets that was being thrown at me or shot at me? Like, so how, like, if you can explain what I did from a woman's point of view that would help men, because I can't really explain what I did because I don't know what I did. I'm just being myself.
Well, I guess the main complaints a lot of women make is tone. So a lot of guys don't want to talk to women differently than they talk to men, especially when they're being blunt. But it is one of those things where to have this conversation, we are going to have to be addressed as women. And I'm not saying that I agree with all the tone and there's a certain way or anything, but to me, if you're not getting your point across, then what's the point if someone's automatically gonna have an adverse to how you're saying something? Why not try to say it a different way? But I think that's one thing you're good at, as far as not really some guys just want to stick it to us, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah.
Hold on, you went mute for some reason.
She's muted. Maybe her phone rang. We can't
Maybe her phone rang or something. I don't know.
We can't hear you.
Say something.
She'll have to beam out and beam back in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she got to come out and go back in. So first, speaking of tone, my tone is going to get a lot louder because one, y'all asses ain't hitting the like button. Okay. See, I have my tone with the damn audience too. So it's just my tone. So hit the freaking like button, y'all. Damn.
I did.
So that's be honest with you. I hit the dislike before I came up here, but I'm about to hit the like.
See what I'm saying?
But look, it's okay. It's all water under the bridge because now it's a like.
Okay.
But a dislike is still engagement. People don't realize it's still good for the.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm still helping you, even though I don't like you. But look, it's a like.
So I got it. But I need y'all to hit the like, dislike, something, and support the damn channel. Aaron 1000 is the Cash App, and put some color in this damn chat. Shit, I'm tired of y'all. So let me bring some guys up because they're gonna attack y'all.
And you're here
what's
to
going on, guys?
Run.
Hey, what's up, Alan? How you doing?
Whoa. Hold on. What'd you say, ladies?
I said, I'm about to run.
You said they're here to attack.
Fantasy Alan, don't go nowhere. Sure. Hold on here.
I'm joking. Nah, they was just in the back. What y'all got to say about everything? Did y'all see the shows, y'all, or what?
Yeah, I saw it. I was listening to you guys last night. Fantasy Alan and I will be on La Pive, mostly at Trigger Mike most of the time. I got to say this because I think she was on Trigger Mike when she was offered to come to La Pive Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was correct, Fantasy Girl. Remember we were on the show when Trigger Mike told you that you're coming up. So I gotta say this about it, right? She is a very exciting girl. She has opinions. She holds fast on some of the things that she says. And I remember we discussed, I think it was on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? We were talking about the military stuff, and she held her fire. I would say when she gets excited, right? You guys might misunderstand her because I was watching the program. Well, that was last night or 2 nights ago when you guys had all that craziness going on. I think that most of the thing was just misunderstanding from all your parts because of her excitement. But also, Lady Shan, how are you doing?
Hiya, sir. Hi. What's up? Where you
in London?
Where are you from? Where are you in Nigeria? Yeah, I'm in London.
Yeah, Nigeria. I'll come to London often. Yeah, but I'll be in Paris in 2 days.
Shout out.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
it's a little hard to hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Doesn't sound like you're mic'd up. It doesn't sound like you're mic'd up.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to just kind of like figure out what you're saying. So, Jacquees.
What about now? Is it better?
You don't sound like your mic's on.
Yeah, it's just difficult to hear every word because I think it's not a good connection. So it's almost like we're hearing every other word, and we're trying to decipher what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the connection. The connection's weak.
How about now?
Yeah, now you sound
the same. Let me go to Jacquees. Jacquees, what are your thoughts on everything?
You guys hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
I've been watching your show, your podcast here for some time now, and very much, it's very interesting. My thing is, piggybacking off what you're asking about, why black men and black women can't get.
His internet's bad, sorry.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I think it's in my opinion, I think media has a part in it as well. Because
that's you. Like, stop shaking your head. We can hear him with no problem. That's you.
Stop shaking my head if I can't hear him and I'm shaking my head.
But the man's trying to talk.
Your hair, I think, is making a little wind in the mic, so it's making it harder for us to hear him.
Because it's working in the street. That's
okay,
why.
so look,
Oh, you're walking.
Yes, I just got off work from the hospital.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
can you
But
stay
no,
still?
the man was trying to talk, and Lady Shan was just going like this. I'm like, yo, it's a distraction. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
My thing is, I think media has a big part in what's going on now. If we look back in the past, right? And
Yeah.
I'll say this, some women say that black men are intimidated by the women's strength. We were never intimidated. We admire your strength. Because when I think of a strong black woman, I think of Rosa Parks. I think of Mama Till, who had, just buried her son in Mississippi in 1920 after, her son was murdered for whistling a white woman. And to see her strength and how she carried on with the NAACP movement and trying to fight for equality and still maintain that family. Rosa Parks, who was fighting segregation and still maintaining to have a family. That strength is what black men loved. That strength is what we appreciated. But today,
Yeah.
what we see today, we see this I'm FREE F nigga free type mentality, this disrespect, this just outward, just challenging attitude. That's not what we need. This type of strength we're dealing with today is totally different. What we need to do is go back to where we were. The strength, there's two types of strengths that we're dealing with. The strength of the past, the woman that was brave, that was strong, that stood behind the man during the darkest eras in American history. That's the strength that we're not seeing today.
Hold on. What can we do for us to get along? You just going all over the place. What can we do for us, black men and black women, to get along better? You talking about Harriet Tubman. What do you think we all on YouTube, not Harriet Tubman, not the Underground Railroad? What do you think we here can do?
Let me put something to that real quick. Maybe that will help.
Go ahead, bro.
What we can do for us to get along, I think media has to change. And it goes back to what I was saying with today. What are we seeing today on TV? What's being pushed? This toxic behavior. If you look at the old shows that we grew up on, the Cosby shows, Family Matter, what did that push? It pushed family, unity, the black man and the black woman coming together and creating a family. What are we seeing now in today's shows with Hip Hop Wives of Atlanta? This toxic, fiery, behavior that also plays a role in our.
Okay, that makes sense. I agree with you on that. So a lot of the things that we see on a normal basis is arguments, and then we get on YouTube, start arguing.
And that too, right there, like the communication. There's not much healthy communication amongst us, and I think it's just not the black man and black woman. It's just all of us around. Seeing the two ladies that were just arguing. We have to learn to you disagree, but in a healthy way, to say, hey, I didn't like what you did to me. Well, I'm sorry if I did it this way. I didn't mean this way. Let's try to figure this out and say, okay, tomorrow's a new day and move on with our life. But the way, argue at each other and we're at each other's throats, if I was to leave a gun in one of your guys' hands, somebody probably wouldn't make it. That's how it came off. It was super aggressive and just something very personal and hateful, just the way you guys were. And it's just, unfortunately, that's how it is in our community.
When? On what show?
You guys were arguing. The two ladies were arguing when you guys were arguing early in the show.
Oh, just now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just that aggression that we got to get rid of between us.
Yeah, I get you. So let's go back to this video. Because this video is it wasn't disturbing. I don't want to go that far, but it was just a little crazy.
You help men. It will be a lot easier helping men. Guess what? That's how the conversation started. We men spend so much energy fighting with y'all to protect y'all. All y'all seem to want to do is be offended. And if our women were to change this offensive energy to responsive and loving energy and understanding energy, we would no longer have the problem that we have. But y'all are hell bent on being offended. It's always, you said this, and I ain't even say it, but you thought I said it. Because I always say, women don't listen, they interpret. So literally the whole night of interpretation, you said this, no, I didn't. But I heard you say, no, you interpreted that. And it turns into who hurt you. So my whole point as a leader is, it's difficult leading women. It's difficult protecting women, you know? And when a lady was like, why don't you help men? It would be a lot easier helping men. But guess what? That is not what I signed up for. I signed up for the harder side, dealing with y'all asses. And I'm never going to give up on y'all because I love y'all. But the shit is hard and annoying. But
so, ladies.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yes. So, just a question for the ladies. It's annoying dealing with y'all because it's like, is this need to argue and fight? And how can a man, black man, protect a black woman like without dealing with all this extra shit? Like, what is the problem? Just in y'all's opinion.
I want to piggy off of what Jaquez was just saying, because I really do believe it's a communication problem. It's really a comprehension problem a lot of the times. I think if we could have these conversations, maybe we need an intervention and have a therapist present. But maybe we can do a certain thing, like you say something, Mr. Let Go, and then you go to the next person and say, okay, what did you just hear that he said? And then we can go from there, because a lot of the times it's not a basis of what you just said in the present moment. It's based on what somebody else in the manosphere said, what someone in Red Pill said, what I just had an argument with so-and-so about, what I'm arguing with my husband or anything. You know, we're bringing a lot of this into it. And then you'll notice that a lot of people aren't even upset with what you actually said. It's just the basis of what's going on in their life. And I think probably we're going to need like professional opinion in that point to say, see, you're not even saying anything that he just said. You're not upset with anything that he just said. You're just upset with other things, factors, but you heard what you wanted to hear, not what he said.
Yeah. Ladies, what do y'all think? Why is it, or does it seem, it's not even does it seem, why is it that it's so difficult to protect a damn woman? Like, what is the problem?
What do you find difficult with protecting us about? And then we can go from there. What do you find difficult protecting us about?
It's the simple thought process of who hurt you, who did this, or don't tell me what to do, or, you know, like children stuff, you know? And it's like, when I ask, and I don't have no problem, like in my personal relationships, if I got a girlfriend or something, I don't have no problem. But it's just women out in the world, just like on the panels or whatever. And you've done it yourself, Lady Shan. It's just, don't talk to me. It's like, when y'all want to do something, y'all actually think y'all supposed to go do it, and y'all can't. Like, and just like last night, on the panel, I literally said there are rules, and one of the young ladies was like, "There are no rules. There's no rules. We're interchangeable or something." She literally used the word interchangeable. We're interchangeable. I'm like, no, the hell we ain't. What are you talking about? So is it this thought process that there are no rules and we can just skip around doing dumb shit and everything's just gonna be dandy and pretty, and men don't think like that?
No. There are rules. I adhere to rules. You have to go with how a person really is. Am I at all times, I can go back with myself, am I at all times arguing? there's times if you say fall back. But if I'm really, if I feel that I'm violated, like I feel like somebody's spoken shit about me or defamed my character, I feel that it is in my best interest and how I was brought up to face with that person and confront them about it. It doesn't have to be shouting, swearing, but I have to. So if I'm being told, oh, sit down somewhere, stop, when it's something that is affected my being, you have to let me play that out, and then you'll see me fall back. Everything else is fine. But if you see me at every talking point, then you can say across the board, she's just hard work. But you know, once you get to know me, you'll know I'll fall back. I'm very respectful. But if I need to address something and I'm not allowed to address it, and if I at least say something to you, let me just quickly address this. Let me address this, and we can just go on with the show. It's no problem. I'm not here. You understand?
You be going on and on.
No, I don't.
When you get upset.
No, I don't. I don't be going on and on.
Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go.
Oh, that's why
Put it this way. Right? Men and women are
better
not.
now.
Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, I had to connect my microphone. I didn't connect it before.
I told
So
you.
it was going off of my laptop mic. That's right. Thank you, Fantasy. Thank you, Lady Sha. Thank you, Let Go. And the senior, right?
Yeah.
Handasa. Okay, so put it this way, right? Men and women are not made to be on the same space when it comes to deliberation. It's just that, yep. You remember what I said, Fantasy, in the other shows. I'm a masculine man. I'm an African man, but I got to also say straight off how nature created it. I'm not here to please anybody, but I speak only on nature, not on the way the world wants you today. So men and women have never been made to sit in one place to deliberate. That's why U.S. Congress is a mess.
Yeah.
That's why in British Parliament is a mess.
Yeah.
Because whenever you have men and women sitting in one place to deliberate, you cause confusion. It becomes much more harder to deal with. Something that will be settled in a day takes 6 weeks. Because we've never been created to be in one place to deliberate. And that is the problem that Lapif Network is having today. And that will lead to Lapif Network downfall. I will tell you how to restructure this. No, don't worry, Lady Shan. I will give you the. So you guys have to know that women shouldn't be there now because you've already created a canker worm. But what you got to do is to reduce the number of women in the show. You can't make it equal amount of women to men. It's a disaster. So if you have 10 openings, you can make anywhere between 2 and 3. And another thing you got to understand is this, right? Nature also makes it that when a woman is talking and a man interjects, she stops talking so that the man will say something. But the man, out of courtesy, will also give her room to talk. But is incumbent that's in nature for a man to always overtalk a woman. Because men naturally are created to not be suppressed during discussion by women. And women are created naturally that whenever a man talks, she stops because naturally women are made to be submissive. Right. Submission is not to make her not to have a voice. Submission is in order to listen to her, but you have the final say. So we are mugging the water by us men creating this problem, not women, because women have no power whatsoever. They don't have any power. We gave them power. But what happens?
Remember, I said that last night. Don't say that they got mad.
Yeah,
I was going to say he couldn't say anything like this on my podcast, and it's all women.
But the thing is this: that is why I can't come into a women's room and no, because I'm looking for trouble, you know. But the thing is this, right? We that are men, we are trying to create a conducive environment, but we're also creating headache and trouble. Just like there is a Nigerian family meeting that happened within me and my kinsmen, right? So the men and the women were having meetings together. So when I came and found out about it, I told them that you guys just created a problem that never existed. They're like, why did you say that? I said, because you have a meeting with women. You're not supposed to. So when we allow women to go create their own meeting and we created ours different, guess what? Women meeting was more progressive than the men. The men are always, having ego, telling each other, you can't tell me what to do. Whereas the women meeting were going more smoother. You know why? Because women can check women in front of women. But when a man checks a woman in front of men and women, she freaks out. But a man cannot check another man in front of women. He gets mad because he doesn't like that. So what I'm going to say is this, right? You guys have created a problem that never existed, but you just have to fix it. But also, when a man is talking, a woman is not supposed to be talking. She's supposed to chill and let a man talk. And then you as a man gives her the grace to talk.
I think it's
knows how. Go ahead.
That's just facts. That's just facts. And being in the UK, we've grown up. We're the first generation Brits, so we may be a bit unruly at times, but we're very much close to our culture. In the UK, our parents are either African or they're Caribbean, West Indian. That's it. Whereas I find that in America, you guys mums are born in America, your grandparents are born in America, your great grandparents were born in America. We're not ours are not. We're very tied to our culture. So
I think Lady Shan knows this. Lady Shan knows this. Check this out, Lady Shan. If you ask her, let go. When a Nigerian man is talking, a Nigerian woman doesn't talk
at all. And all my peers are Ghanaian, Nigerian, and this is how we've all grown up. That's it. There's no speaking. That's it.
We'll say that
it would be more of that in
instilled.
America if we had more fathers in the home. But since we have so many broken homes, I believe we have the.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's very difficult for us
that was instilled by
to submit to men because we're not used to listening to men. So
because in the UK it's the same. Whereas there's a lot of single parenthood here across the board, but there still seems to be a little bit of more of submission with women just due to the fact that we're more tied to our culture within the general. Because with the African community in the UK, they keep it 100. Most of them are all married, right? Akinwe?
That's right.
They're all married. There's not many single mothers of his generation, but it is now becoming like that now with the next generation with Africans. And I've got friends that are Nigerian and they're single mothers, and I've got friends that are Ghanaian single mothers, friends that were single mothers. So, but what I'm saying, I think as the generations. Because we're new in the UK, you won't find anyone that's over the age of probably 65 that was born in England at all.
I think the movement was just right.
Y'all better watch out. Y'all gonna end up just like us. Y'all gonna end up just like us. You don't. Let me shut up.
But put it this way, right?
Hold on. Everybody trying to talk at one time.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Josina.
To the US, by the way.
Oh yeah. No, I know, and I agree with everything you're saying because it's very cultural wise. Like they're single mothers, but it's the fact that even without the single mothers in America, it's not as patriarchal when it comes to families and cultural wise. So for us, since we work very hard, the women go out and they, take care of things. They pay bills sometimes. It's one of those things like here, you're not going to hear a lot of women just say, oh, I need to be quiet when my man is talking. It's more so, why should I have to be quiet? Because I do the same thing as him. I go out and work just like he does. So it's a lot of that culture that we had, especially African, it's lost. It's at a loss now. We have a Black culture, but there's really no dynamics that are just set amongst the Black culture. It's just based on what family you're from or not.
Put it this way. Put it this way, right? It's not. I won't say that it's not that the men are not doing something. I won't say that it's not that the men are not doing something. It's more of that the men become simp from the very first time they approach a woman. Just put it this way. When you approach a woman as a man,
he becomes a simp.
He becomes a simp. Before you even approach the woman, he becomes a simp. And this is the problem. As soon as he approaches a woman, he's not telling the woman the qualifications that he wants in a woman. But the woman is already telling him the qualification that she wants in a man. I don't want him fat. I don't want him this. I want him 6-figure. I want him with that and that and that. But he's not telling her, I don't want her fat. I don't want her to gain weight after having kids. She got to lose it. He's not setting standard. So he's going by her standard. And guess what happens?
Wait, so you saying men aren't
exactly
saying
what
that?
I said. Yes,
because I say that all the time. So I say that all the time.
Yeah, okay. If you that's the problem. So what you do basically, what the man does, the man creates confusion. Because
by accepting
after going,
so let me stop y'all. Hold on 1 second. I want to stop y'all for a second. And hold on, I got some old people want to come up. So I want to play something real quick that was from last night's show.
What's
that
up,
has
man?
a lot to do with what's going on. So y'all listen to this. I want y'all to hear this part for a second. Where was it? I think right here.
Act like ever was a great mom. She not hurt me. She gave me everything that a young out here. Because just like I talk about Lala Anthony or just whoever leaving marriages and shit just so they can shake their asses or whatever. They are
hold on, y'all.
to the day I die for the children of y'all asses. For y'all children. I'm gonna save y'all children from y'all. If I could steer women in a better direction, help them understand.
All right, so here it goes right here. She's about to ask a question about something. So listen to this.
Used to seeing the shit. That is what I'm here to show y'all. Some of your children, and I'm not finna be dating no woman who's finna have some fat ass children.
Here it goes. All right, here it goes right here.
That we aren't scary, we are actually protective. So the thing that y'all see, the masculinity, is protection. But y'all ain't used to seeing the shit. That is what I'm here to show y'all.
The video I listened to was about, I don't know if it was just a skit or you were serious. But it was about, you were saying that don't date women who eat certain snacks. I thought that was kind of funny and interesting. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh yeah, if you have soda in your refrigerator, you don't deserve a husband. Because it goes back to not only to you having bad choices in food intake, it has something to do with what you're teaching your children. And I'm not finna be dating a woman who's finna have children. Because my whole thing is, we as men, and this is a biological thing, we look for the most healthy candidate, right? So the reason why we like the slim waist, right? The slim waist represents something. And it's not just black dudes, it's biological, all right? Males are attracted to the healthiest female in order to make healthy offspring. So
right there, just speaking for myself, I require women to get their ass in the gym and not eat dumb shit. So are you saying, Akine, that other men don't have those requirements?
A whole lot of men don't. Not that they don't have the requirement. They don't. They're not. They're not verbal. They're not vocal about their requirement. They have their requirement.
Okay.
But the thing is this, right? They're saying that, oh, if I tell her what I want, I might not get a ass. Because the woman, when you tell her what you want, she runs away.
Well, so she never gives.
They
that's right. But
they kiss our ass if they go away. So who cares?
You know, we have two heads, right? Guys, we have two heads. Mm-hmm. We have this head right here and the one in between right there. So it depends on which one is thinking for you at that moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got to be honest with ourselves. So when you know, obviously, that you want a woman for marriage, guess what you're going to do? At the very first instance, you're going to tell her right away what you want. But when you as a man, you don't know what you want at that moment, you got to go with a second head to think. Because I got to tell you, if I want to marry a woman, right, and I see this guy want to marry her and she asks me what do I want in a woman, I will tell her right away what I want. No sugarcoating. But if I want to get laid, come on, man, why would I tell her? That was me in my 20s and 30s. But yeah, go ahead.
I think you have to have strong men in your family, though, and to the defense of a lot of our brothers is what happens is they don't have any vetting or anything because they spent so much time trying to be what their mom says not to be and trying to be the perfect gentleman because their mom has been with all these other guys. So they try to come out first, like, I'm going to prove these stereotypes wrong of that we're all dogs, we're all this. They try to be very caring and compassionate.
But look at it this way. MRM and Fantasy Girl and I have been in panels for the past month a lot. And they know what I always say. Vetting. A woman should never vet a man. Your dad will do that. And I've said before that a man should not vet a woman. Your mom or sister, somebody trusted in the family has to do that. When either of you vet each other, it comes out disastrous. I got to tell you this, the best marriage is an arranged marriage. It's not a marriage that you got a girlfriend or she got a boyfriend. No, the best marriage always is arranged marriage because if you see this way, in Africa, arranged marriage, when we had arranged marriage, it was the best. Our parents stayed together for a long time. They stayed till they died. But check out today. We don't have arranged marriage no more. These people don't even last more than 10 years.
No.
I agree.
Because marriage is not love. Marriage is duty.
I appreciate what you're saying, brother.
They want to fall in love. They want to fall in love to be married.
Yeah,
parts of it. You have to have marriage is duty to. Go ahead, my lady.
Can I just say also as well, like, as a woman, I find that a lot of women, and this is, my friends call me the red pill woman. I don't know why, but shouts out to Kevin Samuels because I really supported Kevin Samuels, right? And I think what it is, women, you just need to accept that if you're not coming in looking a certain way and a man critiques that, why do you get so upset? Like, at the end of the day, you're quick to say what you want in a man. You want him to be 6 foot, you want him to be in shape, you want him to be. The minute he says to you, what's your dress size and what height you are, you start stuttering and lose the how to verbalize the English language.
Right.
You have to accept that. You have to accept that we've all got flaws, but there's some things that are changeable flaws, and weight is one of them. And if a man says he doesn't want a woman that's 5'5" and 215 pounds, it's not acceptable. And if a guy wants that, like I saw someone say they like big girls, fine. But then don't say to a man, don't get so combative when a man says, well, you're not in shape. You've got soda in your fridge. You've got candy everywhere. A man is visual. The minute you get this, men are visual. That is just the end of it. And if you're not going to put your best foot forward and come in significantly overweight, And I don't understand why there's no accountability for a woman's weight.
We don't have no accountability for our weight.
The accountability is
fantasy at least
smashing these
answer that
chicks and sending them back home, or either not having sex with them at all. Because I'm not ever having sex with no big chick ever in life. Go ahead, Fantasy Island girl.
The biggest issue I've seen is no matter how fat these women get, men continue to tell them that they're just thick just so they can fuck or have sex with them. So then when they have sex with them, they're like, I would never marry her. Oh, I would never show her in public. I would never blah, 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 blah. And also the women are lying to each other and they're like, girl, you look great. It don't matter. It don't matter how big. This girl was skinnier than me and I'm fit, you guys. You guys can always see, I'm going to always show it because I'm fit. She was skinnier than me. She is so damn fat now. And you know what people are telling her? Girl, your face is so pretty. It don't even matter. You look good no matter what size, girl. And I'm like, you need to hit the gym. And when I put that on there, after everything everyone's saying, that's, oh, you're perfect. This hating ass bitch. She thinks everybody's skinny, like it's easy for everybody. They just no accountability at all.
Yeah,
and now I'm the shamed one.
The one that
I didn't say you're fat. All I said was hit the gym.
Hit the gym. Hit the gym. There's nothing
You
wrong
cannot
with
tell
it.
fat people that. You can't.
You can't. I don't understand why you.
Shout out to all the fat people. Get your fat ass in the gym, fat people.
You got a woman over there, Mr. Let Go, man. Just yeah. All the ladies that are hitting the gym, like do that. You know what I mean? Like, because you need to, if you need to. That's what it is.
So I'm not into big girls, and in my opinion, if all of us stop smashing big girls, guess what? There will be no more big girls. But these dumb idiots keep having sex with these freaking disgusting women. It's stupid.
No,
like, why?
There's guys that like big girls, and if they do, that's fine because everybody's entitled to their preference at the end of the day.
In my opinion, fat dudes like fat girls because they fat, which is okay. But any dude that's not fat that likes fat girls, most likely he has some either mommy issues or either he has low self-esteem or he's broke and he needs somewhere to stay. One of the three.
Can be an easy smash.
Exactly.
What I wanted to add to it is that I think the biggest issue to come into this as well, though, is the fact that nobody is. I mean, I know we are, but like for example, with what's her name, Lizzo, whatever her name is, her.
Hold on 1 second. I need everybody to hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Go ahead, brother. Sorry.
They put this thing out there like I think they had it on a magazine, like Lizzo was like the embodiment of what health is like too, which is one of the biggest lies. So when somebody has to come in and see somebody like me in my profession and we have to sit there and put on their chart and we weigh them, is the reason why we do that. We'll put on there that they are obese or they are morbid obese.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that what they don't want to address is the health issue. So like what you said earlier, Mr. Let Go, people can get upset about all they want, but they're not thinking about the long-term effects of what you said. As far as like, if I go in there, you got Twinkies and sodas and all that. I'm like, no, because now you're going to have to sit there and deal with that person's health issues. So in other words,
health issues.
Yeah. And in other words, if you were not eating this way and drinking this way, I wouldn't have to sit there and worry about you. So because you're deciding not to take care of yourself, I have to worry about you, and I have to worry about why and not I'm hearing when you're sleeping and everything. You don't even know you're holding your breath for 30 seconds. You got sleep apnea now. Then we go in there and they're finding out that you got all these other health issues. So now, as a husband who's supposed to be there to protect you, you know how crazy it is to have to sit there and feel helpless knowing I can't help my wife because she got these health issues because she don't want to help herself. So it's not fair. Right. It's not fair to the husband either. So yeah, people can get upset about all they want to, but in the end, that scale and what I see in medicine is not gonna lie. It's not gonna lie to you, and people can.
And it goes farther than that. These fat ass women. It's not just you being fat. Is you traumatized, and I don't want to deal with no traumatized ass woman that can't deal with her trauma. A lot of the ways that women cope with their trauma and all their issues, They don't go to therapy. They take their lazy ass to the refrigerator and eat ice cream and dumb shit. I'm not dealing with no woman who eats like a damn child. So women who eat like idiots, tell me that is an indication that you are traumatized. So it's two problems. You fat and you traumatized. So I don't just see a fat woman, I see a fat traumatized woman. So it to me is double problematic.
Can I ask a question? I know you were going to say something, Fantasy Island girl. Okay. So should we be seeing this like as a drug addiction? Because isn't food, like how you're saying it, it's like a trauma thing. So shouldn't we be treating it like it's an addiction, really?
It is absolutely an addiction.
Yeah.
Because like there was a singer, I can't remember her name. I always mix them two up. But she was saying how the bread in America is so sweet. And she was like, why is the regular bread so sweet? And it's because we put sweetener in everything. It's so ridiculous. Once you start looking into all the things that have sugar added in there, it's like they're just trying to make us fat so they can get us to pay for these doctor's visits where we can tell them, oh, don't call me fat, don't weigh me, blah, 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 blah. Just give me some medicine. So now there's money from the medicine, whatever.
Do y'all know there's salt in Dasani water?
I don't drink Dasani, but probably.
I'm just saying it's salt in it.
It's
so
always
some of the
something.
waters is salt in it. So I agree. I agree with you.
But you have to be more cautious. Just like all of us, like I don't see no fat people on this panel, thank goodness. But all of us have to be more cautious so they could do the same thing. It's not that hard. Just don't eat.
Right.
Don't eat like you're not gonna eat tomorrow. I
don't
don't
eat
understand.
like you're stupid.
Well, as a kid, if you happen to have something that happened to you that you didn't like or that was bad and it put you in like a really mean, depressive state, your parents didn't reward you by telling you to go eat. They're like, you better go somewhere and sit down. You know what I mean? You come in there, they're like, you better go somewhere and sit down. And when you went into your room, you sat there and I'm gonna run away. Nobody, you did all the little pouting and whining. Everybody gonna be crying when I run away. But you end up having those coping skills to where you dealt with whatever the issue was that you were mad about. They didn't sit there and say, okay, because you're mad.
Mama, but if you got a fat mama, you watch your fat mama eat dumb shit and you go right behind her. Because this the thing. When I go grocery shopping, right, I be looking in the women's buggies, right? And it's always the fat chicks that be having a buggy full of snacks and it's disgusting. So it's not just because the woman's fat, her buggy is disgusting also, you know? So it's not a fluke that all these women are fat. They ain't got no damn sense because it's a third thing. You're not just traumatized. You're not just fat. You're not that smart. And I'm not saying fat people aren't smart, but there's something wrong, you know? Because as an adult, you walking around, you still buying all this crazy shit and you are fat. At some point, you're going to be like, okay, I'm fat, but I'm not eating all this crazy shit. No, the fat people are still, they're buying more. Right. There's one thing about having it like, I gotta have, you know what? And then you just don't buy no more and you try to do better. No, they go buy more dumb shit. It's the problem.
If you look at it, if you look at it this way, right? It starts with the look at who is the fat person in the house. If you have fat kid, it's usually the mother. So that means because when the father is fat and the mother is skinny, she gets all over his ass to lose that weight, and he's gonna lose it. You know, but the thing that you have to say in life is this: most of the time, women die quicker because the married women die quicker than married men. And the reason why is because married women want to get their husband healthy, but then they forget themselves.
They forget themselves.
Yeah, they forget themselves. But another thing again is this, right? But if you're in a house where the man is skinny, but the woman is fat, he can't get her to lose weight. You know why?
Because
women don't like to be told what to do.
But
what would you say?
You said through thick and thin. I just happen to be thick.
What are you saying?
That's right. They shame you. Go ahead, lady.
But the
Your
thing
mama
about
fat.
this,
Your mama fat.
this is
Why
the
I can't be
problem,
fat?
in my opinion, though.
In the
Why
African
are
culture,
black men?
Why
Hold on, y'all. Why are black men afraid of women? I'm finna tell my woman in a nice way, go to the damn gym. I'm not scared of you. If you gonna leave me, get the hell out. If you don't want to leave. I don't care.
It's about
Why
what
are
happens
black
with
men afraid of black women?
But check this.
Mind is going to turn around
But
and
look
get
at this.
fat on me without me, and I'm just gonna sit there and not say nothing.
Lady Shan was going to ask a question. What was Lady Shan going to ask me?
I was saying a lot of the women in Africa, though, they are bigger than their men.
You know why?
Lady Shan, we're in the same place, right? No.
Yeah.
No. Like,
I said
You
in
know
Africa.
what? You know why a lot of women. You know why a lot of women in Africa are bigger than their men. You know why they are like that? Because African men are beginning to buy that Hollywood bullshit. They are now being deceived by Hollywood, telling them, "Oh, you can't tell a woman." Man, I went to Nigeria. My sister added weight. I was so furious in front of the entire family. I told her, "You getting fat?" Only to find out. Then I found out 3 months later she was having a baby. I was like, "Whoa!"
No fat women in Africa, man. We're seeing.
You couldn't tell she was having a baby. Oh my
I
God.
was pissed off when I found out she was having a baby because I'm like, "What the
I wish
hell?
somebody would have called me fat when I was pregnant.
What are you talking about?
I would have been like,
Hold on,
excuse
y'all.
you.
Hold on. For a second, do y'all think this person is fat?
I want to ask the panel. Did any of you look in the mirror this morning? Bottom right needs haircut.
I ain't no CIA agent. I can't read that shit. Man. What the frick?
Do y'all, just a question, do y'all think this person's fat by what they said?
Yeah, for sure. Fat
Of course,
for sure.
Oh, this person is not
Sorry,
fat.
Stephanie, you're fat and we're not
they are
fat and you're mad.
colossus.
Or she
They're
could
not
be
fat, they're
adjacent to
colossus,
those
man.
people that, she just sticking up for them at that point.
Well, since I need a haircut, that's not impeding on my health.
I didn't say anything. Yeah.
All fat. Since my beard don't connect, it's not impeding on my health. How about that?
And my complexion doesn't impede on my health either. So,
Yeah, Lady Shan, Nigerian women are getting fat out of hand. I got to be honest with you because it's killing. Like I've told many of them, and I got to tell you another thing big in Nigeria that is also big in America is diabetes. Diabetes is killing them
And
over
heart
there.
disease is that over here.
And heart disease. In fact, I have a friend that just told me that his mom's younger brother's wife died a few days ago. And what was the cause? Heart disease.
Heart disease.
I see it, but traveling between Illinois and Missouri, I see it every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is passing away from heart disease, and all of it.
At 50 years old.
Very young.
But they're 50.
Very young. But
Very
what is causing all this problem is because our women are lazy. Go to the gym. Go to the gym today.
Stephanie said, it doesn't matter. You people are nothing. Nobody top to bottom. What is your professions? Doctor?
Stephanie, please go to the gym tomorrow, Stephanie.
I'm an intelligence analyst.
If you go to the gym, right? If you go to the gym, you're going to see Asian women. I'm surprised Asian women that I'm talking about Southwest Asian or Southside Asian, like the Indians. They go to the gym these days.
Hey,
white women.
I think that Fantasy Island girl, you might have been on this panel the other day when we were talking about this with How To Man. When I said me and a few other guys that's in medicine, how we all doing this thing because we all stay in different states. We're doing like this research of our own, and we said the least amount of people we see in the gym. Were you there when I said the least amount of people we see in the gym are black women?
But then they said, "Are you in a black?"
Yeah, and somebody to stay like in St. Louis. It's like I see a lot of black people in the gym. I said, "Where you live?" There's like St. Louis. I'm like, well, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's gonna be like that. But if it's a diverse area, I see sprinkles of us in there. Like I'm in there. I see a sprinkle of us, but we're obviously not gonna be deep in the gym if it's only like
my gym. It's black guys. It's black guys, it's only probably myself and one other black girl that's black in my gym. The rest are white girls, and the rest are white boys. 2 black
My
women.
gym is
that's how mine is
98%
Yeah.
men, and it be like 2 chicks, and they be in there all the time. So it's like all of us men and 2 of the same chicks every time. So it don't even be new chicks. Like, oh nope, the same 2 chicks. But other than that, 95%, 98% men. Ain't no damn women in the damn gym except for the damn 2 chicks. The shit is sad.
I gotta tell you the big problem. Like I gotta tell you this, right? Between December and February and this month, a lot of people have died. We all know family members or friends that have died. In fact, I'm going to go bury my father, and then a friend of mine told me today that his wife just died.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Wow.
You see, thank you.
Yeah,
So
sorry for your loss.
Thank you. So just look at it. And then just look at all the people that we know, directly or indirectly, that have just died this year. And one of the major reasons is health. So I started feeling pain right here, right? And then I found out it was the way I sleep, and then the
you sleep on your
irregular
arm like this
gymming.
or something?
Yeah, a lot. And irregular gymming. But guess what? I thought I was having a heart attack. I ran to the hospital, the Dallas hospital. I ran over there to do all my medical checkup. They're still running tests up to today, but I finally found out what was going on. But I didn't want to stop. I still want to continue, the medical checkup, because I still have to do medical checkup in case if anything is discovered. Maybe I must have injured something. At least it gets fixed. But keep doing my gym, keep working out, because at the end of the day, we as a people have to take our health serious, but not to lose from what we're saying. Our women, I got to tell you, if they're not careful, we're going to be getting a whole lot of coffins. We're going to be burying a lot of our women. My dad passed away at the age of 82. Do you know how old my mom was when she died? 53.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
My mom died at 60.
Wow.
But my mom
So
was
most of
skinny.
my
She died. My mom died because of cigarettes. She was small. It was cigarettes. Same
So
shit though.
So if you look at it this way, you see that that's why I tell you guys that married women die quicker than the married men. Most of my friends that I went to school with, that I grew up with, almost all of them, their mom died. And none of them that their mom exceeded 65 years old.
All right,
But
we may as well stay single then. God.
Yeah, but all of them, their dads have exceeded 75. Every single one of my friends, their dad exceeded 75, but their mom never went past 65.
Yeah,
And it's sad.
But
my
look,
mum said
y'all gotta pay attention. Y'all gotta pay attention to why, y'all.
I was
You
gonna
gotta
say heart
marry a
disease and
man.
strokes are very
You gotta
heavy.
marry a man that is on his shit, because the thing about it is, the reason why women die faster when they married is because the woman puts her all into the man and pushes the man. Men, their jobs are to push the woman. My job is to protect my woman and protect my kids. So when I was married, I made it a point that I paid attention to my kids and my wife's food intake. Somebody made a joke talking about, remember last night, it was like, did your wife left because you couldn't have snacks? I was like, that might be what it is, because we didn't have snacks. We didn't have
wow,
snacks.
it's that strict. No snack.
I don't have snacks either, and my mom is a snackaholic. She irritates me to death.
But you're in the gym though. You can have snacks, right? No,
I don't want them. Like, I guess because I've never craved the sugar thing. My mom, she just really irritates me. She always has something sweet, so it's like I can't get into the sweets because I'm so irritated. It really triggers me seeing how my mom. Yeah, seeing how my mom, she was skinnier than me, and now she's big, and it's like,
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat room is saying that single women live longer. No, single women really don't live longer. It's just that statistics doesn't pay attention to single women. You see what
I
I'm
was going to
saying?
get into that as well because the fact of the matter is, it is happening that we're dying more married, but this is a problem amongst Black women, especially. It's coming up amongst Hispanic women. It's like a 47% chance, of a greater chance that a Black woman gets a stroke or a heart attack between the ages of 50 to 60 compared to a white woman in the United States. So this is something that's for all of us, married or not. My mom was bigger. She was married and she smoked cigarettes as well. So it's one of those things that we should just be health conscious, like not even caring all the way about sexual appeal. What about living for our children? But I think one of the thing is when you bring up these, especially like statistics or anything that just doesn't sound good, you're always going to be hit with, well, there's some young, skinny, healthy girl that died too. So what about her?
Yeah, they always come with an
And I love when we
She
get
was
that because
smoking
whenever
crack.
we do, right, or whenever we do get that, we will see that person had an underlying condition that they did not know about, or we'll find, like he just got done saying, they literally, the parents didn't know that my daughter was on crack, like legit working out, fitness and everything, and they did not know that she was doing drugs or she was buying some dang on tapeworms from another third world country to help her weight go down and all that. Yeah, they do stuff like that. We find all kind of stuff out in the medical world whenever you see people coming in with these different ailments. But when it comes down to it, I'm just being honest with y'all. One of the things I pride myself on and I actually do target and I get so much pushback is the Black community. If I go to a church and I speak there and I say, we do all this preaching and teaching about sinning and all this, what about how you taking care of your own body? You a preacher and you're a minister.
All them church be fat as hell.
Man, big as all get up. And the minute you start talking about the way they're eating, oh, I want the Lord to heal my kidneys. Well, actually, if you just stop drinking all the soda, well, I want the Lord to heal my diabetes.
Exactly.
Well, let me stop eating all the cake. No, that's not it. Okay. You just. So that's what I'm saying. It's just that, and we don't. It's like a lot of them will take their.
You go down the basement, eat all kinds of Black people food.
Yeah, go right down there to fried chicken and everything.
Dumbass people.
And see, where they get a lot of Black people at is that they say things like, "Oh, you got a family history of this, you got a family history of that." Well, what you will find out is that the reason why you got a family history is not that it's genetic. Not saying that they're. Yeah, you said that the way great grandma ate, the way grandma ate, the way grandma ate is the way mama ate, the way mama ate is most likely how you're gonna eat and cook as well.
But
No wonder all y'all got high blood pressure.
You got a family. You got a family history of stupidity.
Yep.
They use that instead to say, no, it's biological. It's not that we all ate the same shit and that's why we're all fat and dying early.
Right.
It's we all have a biological problem that they haven't discovered in Black people that is causing us to die and get fat. And it's not the food. It's biology. I'm just big.
Well, you know what they want to do? Here's what they do in the medical world. If we can get something passed to where we can label something as a disease or an ailment, we can treat it medicinally, which means we're going to be making more money off of giving you these pills. That's it. That's all.
That's exactly what it is.
I get it.
It's not even hidden.
No, all this stuff stems from what you put in your body. There is. I'm telling y'all the truth. There is no autoimmune. No, something happened. Something got injected. Something was ingested. Something was inhaled that caused your body to end up having this disease. It doesn't just happen. It's not like your body just say, you know what? I'm getting ready to give you multiple sclerosis. Here we go. Boom. No, something was injected. Something happened that got inside your body that caused those things to happen. And we know this in medicine. But the thing is, it's a money thing.
Well,
it was stress. So just to get on single motherhood for a second. If you're a single mother, you have a higher propensity of being fat and having thyroids. Why? Because being a single mother, just being a single mother and doing everything by yourself causes years and years of extra stress on your brain. And one of the issues with all of this is, of course, childhood trauma. But a lot of times you're just so stressed. Well, you gotta have a drink. You're so stressed. You gotta eat a damn what are those stupid things y'all be eating? Donuts, that stupid shit. Y'all gotta have a donut. So being a single mother causes more stress just on your life, and it causes you to look for a coping mechanism.
Oh,
what?
well,
The
truth. What are you talking about? Like, what's going on here?
NLG, are you saying no donuts allowed in the household as well?
I don't eat donuts. Donuts is
I had a
stupid
Krispy
food.
Kreme donut day before yesterday. Shouts out to me. I loved it.
That's gross.
Well, yeah, it's like of course it's a moderation to everything. But to your point, Mr. Lego, when you find that people who actually do go through those things, what you just mentioned, that stress and all that increases the levels of cortisol in their body. Cortisol actually increases inflammation. Inflammation, arthritis. That's inflammation of the bones. I mean, people don't know that this stuff causes so many different what we call comorbidities in the person's body. So that's why it wasn't meant for them to actually do these things by themselves. It wasn't meant for them to handle that. That's why even now, the fact that they're even pushing women into men's spaces, I always tell these women, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to save y'all is what I'm trying to do. If they trying to push y'all to get into these men's spaces and do what men are doing, what y'all don't know is that y'all levels of cortisol are going to go up. Your levels of testosterone are going to go up, and you're trying to figure out, why can't I have a baby? Why are my periods off? Why am I having off? Why is all these things off of my body? Why am my chemical balance off? Because you never were meant and designed to do those things, and your body is trying to yell at you and tell you shouldn't be doing this.
Well, there are some. Let's not come down on everybody, because there are some generally genetic diseases, and there are things that happen to people that it is above their control. It's nothing to do with per se.
Nope. Well, no, wait. Okay, what I'm saying, as far as I hear with the genetics,
sclerosis or people that have,
I disagree. Genetics have nothing to do with that.
Okay, well, there are some genetics that do happen.
Right. So okay. So when you're and to what you're saying right now, because I said I'm in medicine. So when you talk about something that's been passed down genetically, I know it's not. But what can happen, for example, if you have somebody that consumes alcohol while they're pregnant, their baby can end up having what we call Down syndrome. But that's not something that's passed down. Like you don't find people.
That's done on purpose. That's
right. So what I'm saying is that
I'm not going to sit here on this panel and downgrade anybody that's got an illness.
No. I treat them, so I'm not downgrading. No. I'm not coming down on them at all.
Most of the time, the illness comes from something that they actually did or their parents did. It's not genetics.
Some things are genetics.
Give me an example.
You predisposed to something, but it's to the something. You stay away from something.
This is the genetics. The genetics itself is like almost less than 1% of carrier of transmitting. It's less than 1%. So you're gonna have like 100 kids and only 1 or 200 and only one of them. But this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. Let me tell you one of that thing that is problem in the black community: eating pork. If you're trying to take pork away from a black person's hand, they might kill you. But guess what? Black people are not supposed to eat pork because our body absorbs liquid. If you take water right now, you bring a Caucasian person and a black person, and you put water on their skin, the water will dry really fast on our skin than the Caucasian. It's going to linger before it absorbs. So
I don't know.
Their body system. Okay, let me tell you another thing now. If you see a black guy, right, and you hold him like this, you see we're not slippery. But grab a Caucasian and hold him like this, your hand is going to slip.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? They're very slimy. They're slimy. We're not slimy. They are slimy. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: that foods are made for regions. You gotta know what your body is made to take. It's just like, okay, let me tell you another thing again. We as a people, we are not made to eat the kind of greens that white people eat. Our greens are supposed to be cooked green. They eat non-cooked green because of what? Thousands of years that they've been in Europe. You see? But we from Africa or African descent, we always wash our leaves and we always cook it before we ingest it. But they can make sandwich with a grain that was not cooked. So our intake is our problem. But a lot of people won't agree to that. But our intake is our problem.
All I'm saying is
let me just say this.
genetics as us.
Let me just say this. And another thing, barbecue food will give you cancer. You want to know why so many black people have cancer? Because you're eating barbecue food. Any food that is charred will give you cancer almost immediately. You don't supposed to eat burnt food. That's why I say black people food is like we just dumb.
Yeah, the charred is instant. We know that the charred molecularly is straight carcinogens.
Yeah,
it's carcinogens. It's like smoking a cigarette.
Makes cancer,
eating barbecue, whatever, is like smoking a cigarette. But that's how dumb we are as black people.
In general, should we be eating it or like should we be vegan?
Not a lot of it. In general, not a lot.
What?
It's bad
meat,
for your colon.
Meat in general.
Yeah.
And if we should be eating meat at all.
I mainly eat salmon, and that's really the only meat I eat.
That goes without saying. How do you feel when you eat meat? How do you feel exactly after when you eat meat? Don't you feel sluggish? Don't you go, oh, I've got to take a nap? So you're doing that. You're loading up your colon every day, eating meat every day, and your colon's just overloaded. If you have a look at what someone's colon looks like, you will stop eating meat tomorrow. If you look.
Oh damn! Guess what?
Oh no! You can't stop eating meat. If you don't eat meat, you're totally messing up yourself. Because guess what? No, your body needs meat. It needs protein and iron. No. But this is what.
You can be a pessimist.
I eat meat like every third day. I don't eat meat every day. You're supposed to eat meat every day.
You cannot eat meat every day. That's what I'm saying. No, she's saying that you cannot eat meat totally. That's what Lady Shan is saying. Stay away from me. That's what she's saying.
I'm a pescatarian. I eat and then I decided, let me try minimal amounts. I eat meat very minimally.
Okay, now good. As long as you have meat intake, actually you're supposed to be eating meat 2 or 3 times a week. That's it. You're not supposed to go more than that. Yeah.
Not for me. I eat maybe meat once every 2 weeks.
Well, okay.
So the colon thing, I don't know.
I do. Yeah, the colon thing's deep. That's why there's a lot of colon cancer. You should know that already.
When we were going through medical school and we started looking at the human body in a specific way, you notice that the way the human beings chew, we chew just like every grazing animal. Every animal that grazes on fruits, vegetables, herbs, we chew just like them. We grind. Animals that eat meat, they don't chew like we do. It's just straight up chop, and they swallow. Chop, and we swallow. So what they're telling us that we were never designed really to even consume meat like that at all. And that's why you will find in all these different fruits and vegetables, all of them are very unique in what they have in them as far as nutrients and vitamins and enzymes go. And all those things that are in there is something that is made to sustain the human body. So it's interesting because when we get patients that say things like that to me, like, well, if I don't eat meat, where am I get my protein from? And I'll say, well, ask that silverback gorilla where he gets his. They don't eat meat at all.
And look how much muscle that they're stacked with. Go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, we've lived off it for the last 40, 50 years. So we're just making a switch right now, right? I mean, and that's really the intelligent conversation. In terms of when we're turning around and going, okay, we're gonna make a switch. So why do we need to make a switch? I don't really understand. When the people that have birthed you has lived off this stuff. Oh yeah, now you're intelligent enough to be in some books and turn around and go talk about climate change and all this nonsense. And it's okay, we need to start switching up our whole sort of diet. When you're a full human being that we see before you, that's perfect, right? Okay, cool.
No, you're trying to say that basically we shouldn't evolve, we shouldn't aspire to be better just because the person that birthed you seems to be healthy.
Right.
Lady Shana, I disagree with you. No.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I didn't realize it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to take my ass to bed. I just got over a damn cold, so I need to be going to bed early because
6 a.m. for us, for Simon and I, isn't it? 6 a.m. Where are you, Simon? In London.
I'm here.
Simon, are you in London?
Yeah.
I'll catch y'all later. Hey, thanks for having me up here, Mr. Let Go.
No problem, man. No problem. No problem. So I'll talk to y'all later. And I appreciate y'all coming up. I think we got a lot accomplished. The conversations was dope. But yeah, I need to take my ass to sleep.
Night, night, old man.
Good night.
All right,
I'm sure we'll
talk to
talk
y'all
more
later.
about that stream the other night.
Yes.
I respect you, brother. I'm seeing
Appreciate
your
you.
shit. I see you. I've been seeing you. I'm plugging it in the background.
Thank you. All right, talk to y'all later. I appreciate y'all.
Good day, good night, good evening, good morning.